From Makokoba, Zimbabwe, we bring you the face, the voice, the poetry of MBONISI ZIKHALI ZOMKHONTO.
Yebo, Zomkhonto Gabadela. Now the poem that I'm going to give you today is entitled, We Thought We Were Not Enough. We thought we were not enough, even for our own freedom songs. So we stood counting our worth in front of toxic jukeboxes of this world, which always forced kids to forfeit something more, something extra, until we thought to abandon the dance floor altogether. We almost settled for anything, just as long as it was factored in that we had joined the dance. But each movement felt like survival. We felt like zombies with no vitals, shucking and jiving to cost vinyls until we ripped our own spinal cords. Dancing to win titles, but not divine in the soul. But the ultimate test came in knowing there would be no music at all if you left the line, so we walked up to the front and paid what we could. But not before we brood over those same coins again, recounting our worth for the millionth time, and found ourselves to still be the same left-footed dreamers. And since we're too cheap to fit in, it was understood that less money meant more regulations. We had to dance as stipulated, and for the length of time only our measly coins could afford. So if they played a love song and you had never known love, you had to reenact the passion. And so we would launch into the acting, afraid to reveal ourselves. Like an echo that tries to hide from mountains, knowing the mountains will find it. And that those same mountains would try to gaslight it by throwing that echo's ugliness back to itself. So we accepted and paid to walk through the door. And briefly, when you looked up, your eyes would catch that big party in the sky. That dance floor that never stooped for any loose change. And we were shown the bottom stairs to a dance floor surrounded by creaking chairs, with cracks on its back like it was a slave to the wrong dancers. It looked like it was a setting for some public hanging. But you had to stay in character and pretend that romance. Each movement, feeling like survival. Feeling like zombies with no vitals who were for so long afraid to sing their own songs. Because we were told that our voices sounded like croaking frogs, and we started to believe it. And our feet started to believe it too. But imagine, just imagine, if the world had really come to know our dance. If we could afford to pay more to contort into all the shapes that lived inside of us. Pop and lock our ancestral cosmos until we nosebleed. For free. Imagine what the world would have said of us. There are fears that live in the feet of whole nations and continents. Two left feet rising and falling like echoes of music the mountains have spent forever fighting to expel. Mocking the sound of our voices, throwing the echoes in between themselves like bullies until our voices are distant whispers inside caves within those very same mountains. These dance floors that are a tap dancing hell, such that each tap is time ticking until the song wraps up and you have to leave. Imagine if we had believed. We'll be dancing to our own tune today. No longer the ones who end up unseen, hugging on speakers, or sometimes taking cigarette breaks to stop at the door, just to look up at the big party in the sky and watch the social fever consume those who were truly living. Zomkhonto, Gabadela, Zilangana.